so in love with you.
Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is gonna be absolutely bonkers. Now the data is in, and what I'm about to share with you is absolutely shocking. And here's the thing with this data, it's still lagging behind the 7% interest rates, and it's not even pricing in a recession yet. So right now, buyers are absolutely terrified because it's starting to become clearer and clearer that we're about to experience price crashes that are going to spread throughout the nation. And now I'm starting to think that the price crashes are actually going to be worse than 2008 for a couple reasons. But regardless, you guys, we're going to dig into a lot of data today that's going to help us better understand the trajectory of the housing market and where we're headed by really digging into an article from Redfin titled Housing Market Update: Lurching Mortgage Rates Spook Home Buyers. Now, remember, you guys, I'm not a financial advisor. This is my personal YouTube channel. Help me push my message. And also remember, I am a renter right now, even though I own real estate, and I am a loan officer and instructor and realtor in Texas. So I know a little bit about real estate. Plus, I got burned in 2008 bad and had to dig myself out of that hole. So I understand what it takes to better your situation and get ahead, even when you're on the struggle bus like I was on for 9 years. I hate the struggle bus, but sometimes you got to ride that bus until you can get out and start winning again. And that's who I am. And guys, please, for my efforts, like this video, comment below, and subscribe if you haven't already. But let's jump into the data and the article right now. Now, this is very, very interesting, you guys. I'm going to read this and we're going to look at the chart next. Early indicators of home buying demand show an accelerated pullback last week as mortgage rates shot up to 15-year high. Home tours fell 7% and mortgage applications declined 13%. Redfin's Home Buyer Demand Index, a measure of requests for home tours and other home buying services, fell 6% last week to its lowest level since mid-June, when mortgage rates first jumped towards 6%. Home buyers have lost 29% of their purchasing power as the average 30-year fixed rate mortgages have climbed from 2.65% all the way to the devil 666% today. So if you're a buyer or a potential home buyer and you needed a sign, look at the average interest rates right now. It's 666. What other sign do you need? But take a look at this graph. This is crazy. So essentially it's showing the higher the interest rates, the lower the purchasing power. And as you can see here, the red line represents our purchasing power. I mean, we're so low, our purchasing power, and this only goes to 2015. It's at a minimum of a 8-year low. That's why people that can still purchase right now are so valuable. And you see, look at the skyrocketing interest rates. And that's what I'm saying. This data is lagging behind. It hasn't even caught up yet to the skyrocketing interest rates, because remember, it takes time for it to really hit the market and for the data to reflect it. And here's the big thing. It's not even pricing in a recession somehow, even though we have almost every economic indicator screaming, yelling, we're in recession right now. So thank God, a couple people are now pricing in recession, like Moody Analytics, but Zillow, Redfin, CoreLogic, Black Knight, no one's pricing in a recession. What is wrong with these people? But let's get back to the leading indicators right now. And you guys are going to find, I think you're going to find this information absolutely shocking, like I have. Take a look. All right, y'all. So here's some of the leading indicators right here. And these numbers skyrocketed this week. So this is week, from week to week, these numbers really, really are inflamed. But starting with the first line, obviously the interest rates are a lot higher now. The average interest rate is 6.66%. But remember, you guys, more than likely your interest rate will be 50 to 75 basis points higher. But look at this next thing here. Online searches, okay? Online searches are down a whopping 33%. But here's the thing I'm most excited about. You guys remember saying, I can't believe Redfin is still showing demand is only down 10, 12%. Demand is now showing down 26%. Think about that. Demand is down 26%, and it's not even taking into consideration 7% interest rates or a recession. It's down 26%. Next, touring activity. Touring activity is down year over year. It's 26% plus 8 is down. You guys, this is insane. 34%. Ain't no one want to buy a house right now because they're waking up. And look at this next thing. This is super duper bad. I'm seeing this in my own company I'm working for right now, y'all. I am a little terrified, but mortgage applications are down 37%. 37% wiped out mortgage applications. Talk about a rug pull in the residential mortgage market. That's absolutely devastating for me. Now, the median home sales price is $367,000. They're not showing you that it's down roughly 6% from peak, but prices are down roughly 6% from peak. Let's look at the metro areas with year over year price decline. Now, obviously that's San Francisco, Oakland, and New Orleans. And I'm starting to think that New Orleans is going to be our first metro area to have a price collapse. Now, as you can tell here, we have 3 metro areas that fell back out of this list, which was San Jose, Honolulu, and Buffalo, New York. But don't worry, you guys. Trust me when I say it, before the end of the year, we're going to have a ton more metro areas that are on that list that are showing year over year price declines. Now, what I want to do is let's visualize some data so that I can give you guys a better idea of what exactly is happening in this housing market. So let's first talk about mortgage payments, because obviously the interest rates are leading the trends, and the interest rates directly impact your mortgage payment. So as you can see here, the mortgage payment has skyrocketed again. Here's where it softened in July. This was a mistake. We lost inventory. A lot of people are going to be trapped because of this right here, but they skyrocketed back up. And according to Redfin, we're at about 50% year over year increase in mortgage payment. And that's why I keep telling people, y'all have to stay ahead of the unaffordability, get out of consumer debt, make more money, because it's going to get more expensive. So you have to be able to show the lender you can afford the additional rate hikes. But this is why the market's changing. It's led by interest rates. Mortgage payments are, quite frankly, unaffordable. Most people can't afford a house right now. Now, obviously, the unaffordability is impacting demand. So here's Redfin's homebuyer demand chart. And as you can see, we're now well under 2020 levels. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing. We are finally under both 2021 and 2020. And as you can see, it says down 20% year over year, even though we read something that said 26%. So I'm not sure, I may go back and take a look at that. But the fact of the matter is, you guys, is demand is plummeting, and it's still not taking into account 7% interest rates and a recession. I hope I'm really hammering that point right there. Now, obviously, when demand drops, so does listing prices. And I want to look at the listing prices because this is a more forward-thinking indicator, and it lags behind the interest rates the least amount. So it's essentially telling you what's going on in the housing market right now. And what's going on in the housing market right now is listings having price cuts is once again surging. So again, a beautiful thing. You can see here it surged all the way up here. And then again, the softening in July. It plateaued in July because of the softening, but again, skyrocketed back up. So we're going to start seeing additional price declines very shortly, probably in 2 to 4 weeks. We're going to see several cities that hit that year over year price decline list. Now, because so many people have been priced out of the market, here's what I want to show you guys. This is the months of supply. The reason why this is really important to understand our housing market and to understand the inventory is because not only does this include the supply of housing, it also divides it by demand. So the crippling demand is outpacing supply right now. And that's why you guys see that we have now 3.2 months of supply of homes. So I'm going to say this right now. This is the first official week where we could technically say we're out of a seller's market into a more balanced market. Because remember, traditionally, in order for the market to be considered a seller's market, it has to be 3 months or under. In order for it to be a balanced market, it's generally between 3 and 6%. When it's above 6 months, when it's above 6 months, it then becomes more of a buyer's market. So you can see here, you guys, despite the low inventory problems we have, we're still increasing our month of supply. I mean, this should continue to rocket up. I'm hoping we hit 6 months before the end of the year. Okay. I don't know if we are, but I'm certainly hoping we are, because if we hit 6 months before the end of the year, y'all, it's going to get super spicy. And I think it's possible because it's not showing 7% rates. It's not showing recession. So what do you guys think is going to happen once the recession is confirmed and once those 7% rates really start affecting the data? What do y'all think is going to happen? I think massive price decline is going to happen. That's what I'm thinking. So now the question is, what do you do with this information? What you have to understand is you're going to have to remain well qualified, and it's going to be more difficult for you to remain well qualified because the interest rates are also going to affect your debt to income ratio and your payments, which is a good thing, okay? But again, you have to stay ahead of the unaffordability. The ways you do that essentially is remain having great credit. So make sure all of your credit cards have a balance that is at least 30% under your total maximum credit line. And you want well under 30%. I'm saying the maximum 30%. So well under that. So another thing, just try to get out of consumer debt completely, because your consumer debt impacts your debt to income ratio when qualifying for a home. So get out of consumer debt and try to make more money. Work overtime, work bonuses, because overtime and bonuses, generally, so long as you have a 2-year history, can be used as qualifying income for a loan. Now, if you pick up a second job, that's a good thing, and you should pick up a second job, but also understand that a lot of times you can't use that second job for qualifying income, because generally you need a 2-year history of simultaneously working both jobs. That's why I'm saying at your current employer, try to make more money at your current employer, and then also try to pick up another job. But other than that, you guys, I really, really hope you got value from today's video. Please shoot me a comment below and let me know if you got value and what it was, so I know what to talk about. Now, other than that, if you're out there investing in real estate, I wish you luck, and I hope you win.